Good morning, Tri-State. Let's take a look at some of the stories that are trending on our website right now, WCPO.com. Paula Christian joining us, Amanda Seitz. They know everything local politics, and one of the big races this week that we've been talking about, the City Council for the City of Cincinnati, presumably, at this point, because there's still one candidate up in the air, right?
Correct.
Presumably, these are the three new faces that will be there.
Yep.
What is the makeup of these three new people?
Yeah, so you have Republican Jeff Pastor, and then you have two Democrats, Greg Landsmann and Tamaya Dennard.
And what will this mean to the current council makeup? You guys were telling me off camera, this is going to be a little more Cranley-friendly group.
Yeah, so traditionally we've seen Yvette Simpson, Chris Seelbach, and then Wendell Young, all three Democrats, really heavily oppose Cranley on a lot of issues. Yvette Simpson's now gone, so it'll just be the two of them. And we really have, like I said, a Republican that replaced the exiting council members, and then two Democrats that will work well with him. They're business friendly, they're not super progressive, and I think they'll work well with him.
This basically means that they didn't vote party line down the board, traditionally a Democratic city.
Well, normally people vote a Democratic slate. And they didn't this time. People chose more candidates, like, for example, Jeff Pastor, the Republican, performed well in some areas that Democrat Wendell Young carried. So people were really looking at individual candidates. Now, I'll say Greg Landsmann, he won the Cincinnatian of the Year award for his preschool promise work. So he's he and John Cranley get along really well, so that could be a potential advocate for John. Jeff, a Republican, seemingly business friendly, could be good for John's development deals. And Tamaya Dennard is also business friendly. So.
And she worked under PG Sittenfeld?
Yeah, she did.
And yeah, so what kind of experience will that translate over to the council, do you guys think?
She'll have a good experience working in City Hall, obviously, too. And then she had an interesting campaign as well, because she was very pro-business friendly. She comes from a corporate background in addition to her City Hall background, but she talked a lot about growing up in poverty and fighting for neighborhoods that feel like they've been left out of the development in the city as well.
Guys, 23 candidates. It's my first go around for council since I've been really back. Is that a big number? Was that a big number?
Yeah, that's on the higher side, but not. I mean, we originally thought there was going to be like 40 candidates.
Is that right?
Yeah. So this was a lot lower than what we thought initially. And you know, that just because that many people are running, there were not 23 serious candidates. I mean, there were some people that from the beginning really just didn't have much of a shot of winning.
Okay, and Amanda, because we're going to put it out on social media, not officially everyone is in on the council as of yet. Can you explain that?
Yeah. So Jeff is tied with Michelle Dillingham. Not tied. Excuse me. She has separated by 300 votes from Michelle Dillingham. Okay. So there are a couple thousand provisional ballots still out there that could swing that race one way or another. So it's pretty close still for that 9th seat.
When will we find out?
The provisional ballots will be certified on November 22nd. So we'll know how close that race is and if there is a recount needed for that race.
Guys, thank you. Job well done.
You.
I'm sure you get a little sleep now. They're basically on TV the entire week on election week. You could read the article right now on our website at WCPO.com.